So thank you, Denise. I love being here, and I've loved helping you curate this experience for your guests because it's going to be spectacular. I started Ojas because of how impactful Ayurveda was in my own life. I've been an Ayurveda practitioner for 15 years. I've been teaching yoga for almost 30. So I've been immersed in this Indic Vedic wisdom for, believe it or not, most of my life. I feel like it's over half my life now. It's kind of wild when you can look at those numbers. But my natural progression was from yoga into Ayurveda. I had a really good teachers from India that exposed me to this knowledge very early on in my learning. And yoga, I think, is very popular in the West. I think we're all very familiar with yoga, at least part of yoga. And Ayurveda is actually a sister science to yoga. So they're complements to each other. And I tend to liken yoga as the mind style and Ayurveda as the lifestyle. So yoga, the focus is on the mind and calming the mind, so then the body calms. And if the body is agitated through whether it's food or stress or anxiety or identity crisis or what have you, Ayurveda is there to keep it calm and maintained and balanced so that the yoga is easier and yoga makes the lifestyle easier. So they work very well together. I started Ojas, honestly, sitting on a beach in India, posing this giant question to myself, Panchakarma. And a Panchakarma in Ayurveda is a very systemized approach to detoxification, right? And I'm looking at what was going on globally, environmentally, spiritually, physically. People are ill and the environments need some cleanup. And I just was like, how can I be a part of this? Because I was at an Ayurveda center and because I was being taken care of and because I was eating the right foods for me and receiving these beautiful treatments and therapies, which your guests will get to experience as well, my mind was so clear that I was able to receive this kind of download from the universe, and that started my whole business. So my goal is to promote Ayurveda travel. It is the most passionate thing I've ever done in my life. So it's very exciting that I'm able to help other people experience it, because I feel like once I can tell you what Ayurveda is, I can talk about it, you can talk about it, doctors can talk about it, but until you really experience the depth and the healing and the changes that happen in relatively a short amount of time, that's when the magic happens. So that's my goal, is to share this with the world. My Vedic astrologer told me that I was the one who whispers the wisdom of Ayurveda into the ears of the world. So that's what I'm here to do. Except I don't want to whisper it, I want to scream it.
That's lovely. I mean, that's obviously very lovely. I mean, I have my own personal experience with Ayurveda as well. To me, it's a lifesaver, and I don't need to get into that whole story, but it is just, I love how you said it gave you the clarity to be able to get the download, the understanding about what your life purpose and identity was really around. And that is so key. And honestly, that is pretty much what I'm hoping that each one of my retreat goers get to experience. That's that, where you're able to ideally sit on that beach and actually experience that kind of download that you're going to be able to bring home, because that to me gives you become pretty much, I'm not sure that this is the right word, but lethal about your execution of what your next steps are. So your execution of what are you to do in your business? What are you to do in your relationships? When you are that clear and experience that level of understanding who and what you are about, and then you're able to get that identity download, like that's just that. So, okay. So I think we're getting way ahead of ourselves here, because I think we got some other questions to ask. and this comes out of this. So this first question comes out of this whole idea of going over to India and getting it. But the question is, we are a global experience. I mean, you are sitting in Chicago right now. I'm sitting in Calgary right now, and with 100% certainty, both of us could say that we could experience many of these same things, not all of them, but many of the same things that we're going over there to experience. So the question then becomes,